Hi my fragrance friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to do a spontaneous kind of video while I'm getting ready for the day. I don't have my jewelry on yet other than my bracelet. I don't have my watch on, my rings, or my necklace on yet because I'm about to put on my fragrance for the day. So while I fragrance myself up, I wanted to share a couple of notes. You get it? Fragrance notes. A couple of notes about the things that were on my mind, and also a couple of things that I had mentioned in a previous video. Yeah, so I just wanted to elaborate a little bit more on, and I always say I don't want to make it a long video, but this is likely maybe a video that might be 15 minutes long. But anyways, I'm just going to get straight into it. So the scent of the day, I'm doing a combination. I have for my base Almond Blossom. We have Sweet Almond Oil blended with Vanilla Orchid and Cashmere Musk. Then I'm going to go in with Twilight Woods. We have Lush Berry, Sparkling Mandarin, Soft Mimosa, Apricot Nectar, and Cypress Wood. This smells exactly like Jessica Simpson. So if you like Twilight Woods, you're going to like Jessica Simpson's signature. I've been going on and on and on about this scent. Nobody on YouTube mentions it until today. Yeah, so that goes really, really well with this. If you like Twilight Woods, you're going to like this, except this has a white chocolate note, which makes it creamier. So this will be my spray base, and then this, I will go in with this. This is not a strong projector. So then I will be a little bit heavier with this, and then I'm going to pair it with Menthol Sweet Vanilla. Yeah, Sweet Vanilla. And this is super, super strong. Super, super strong. You will keep getting whiffs of yourself with this. I will only put like a spray at my pulse points and behind my ears. So this will balance well with this. Again, fragrance manners. I'm not going to douse myself down in this because I already have a perfume and another scent as well. Because this is a super heavy hitter. So again, Almond Blossom for the base, Twilight Woods for the spray, Jessica Simpson Signature perfume as my main perfume, and then go in with Menthol Sweet Vanilla. And as a reminder, Twilight Woods smells like Jessica Simpson Signature EDP. So if you like this, you're going to like this. But this has a white chocolate note in it, okay? All right, so let's just get a chitty chatty. Okay, so the first thing that I kind of wanted to talk about was community, right? I am super new to this. I literally just joined the YouTube community about 3 months ago, or 3.5 months ago, thereabouts. I started the channel, and I don't like saying my channel because it's the channel, because it's our space. It's not just for me. It's not about me. It's about us and a safe space for us. That's why you will not hear me refer to the channel as my channel. I'm not going to do that. It's our safe space. That's what I keep saying in every video. I do this for you just as much as I do this for me and my sanity. So I really wanted to speak on this, is that this is not a competition, at least in my mind. It's a community, right? When applicable, I shout out creators that if I see something on their channel, right, whether on the front end, whether on the YouTube feed where the audience sees it, or in the background where only the creators see it, okay? So there are two different things. We have the front end and the back end. So whatever the case is, if it's applicable, I'll shout out somebody on my channel. And I've done that, literally. One of the people that I like to watch, just 2 days ago, my perfumes of the month, I literally shouted her out when I used Paris Hilton Gold Rush. I said very nice things about her on my channel, right? So that's the way it should be. That's the ethical thing that should be the case for everybody. So I just wanted to remind everybody, this is a community. Let us keep being a community. This is not a competition. Acknowledgement is cute. Acknowledgement is kind. You know, maybe I'm a little naive, thinking this is not a competition. But it's just how I see the world, right? I'd rather have community. There's enough competition outside in the real world, especially when you have a cutthroat career. So when I do something like this, like YouTube, it's to save my sanity, right? From all the competition that I am surrounded with. I hope that makes sense. So this is my outlet for sanity. And then if this then also becomes competition, the whole fun is gone, right? So I just wanted us to remind us to just be kind, right? To acknowledge where acknowledgement is due. And the reason why this is extra heavy on my mind, I was watching Aisha the Great. I really like watching her stuff. So I was watching her video this morning. So I think that's why it's extra on my mind today. Yeah, because I was watching her, so it's a little heavier on my mind today. So I just wanted to speak about that. Let's just remind ourselves that this is not a competition. This is a community. This is our safe space. This is not real life. This is where we come to express ourselves, our artistic expression, and get inspired by one another and acknowledge one another when applicable. Okay? And the next thing I want to talk about, moving on to the next topic, I brought this up in my second to last video, my perfumes of the month for September, the most used perfumes of the month for September. I had talked about, let us decommission the word grandma smells, old smell, old lady smell. And I'm not calling out anybody in specific. I'm literally calling out the entire community because we are all guilty of it, including myself. And the reason why it popped into my head, because I had watched one of my own video back and I let that word slip and I was mortified, right? So sometimes we don't even realize colloquial expressions catch like fire, right? So something that you normally wouldn't use, but if everybody around you is using it, then you don't think about what it means. And I was mortified when I heard my own self use it, right? And immediately I wanted to say, okay, no, I need to speak out on this because this needs to stop, right? I understand we can't be politically correct all the time. That's literally humanly not possible. However, when we're literally associating a human being, right, an older lady, a grandmother, beautiful, beautiful grandmothers, with something that smells bad, that's not cool, myself included. And I'm calling myself out on this. And I really think we need to decommission that word, old lady smell, grandma smell, and find other ways to express ourselves and not associate people who are older in age, wiser in age, right, that we should be respecting with words like old lady, grandma smell to something that we don't like. It's just something for me that is kind of like a soft spot for me because my grandmother, such an elegant lady, such a beautiful lady, somebody I look up to, and I could never imagine saying that smelling like her was a bad thing. You know, my grandma was a hottie. She was elegant. She was beautiful. She could still, in her beautiful older age, still turn heads. You know, even if a person couldn't turn heads, you know, they don't become less because they pass the age of 60, they pass the age of 70, or if they have grandchildren, right? So it's just something that's been on my mind, and I really wanted to speak about it. Let us decommission the word grandma smell, decommission the word old lady smell, and find better ways, better adjectives to express ourselves, right? Maybe vintage would be a better word. So I'll give us a few examples, myself included. Maybe vintage, maybe old school. Old school meaning not of this trend, right? We don't need to be insulting people of a certain age group to express ourselves. There are other ways to do it. So yeah, I just wanted to speak on that a little bit more elaborately. Again, be very clear. If a person's offended by this video, I am sorry, because I'm not calling out one specific person. I'm literally calling out everybody, including myself, because the reason why this popped into my head, because I watched my own self and caught myself, and I was mortified. And sometimes we don't think about what we say because words catch like fire until finally somebody stops and douses out the fire so it won't keep catching, okay? And apparently nobody watches me, but that's cool because one day somebody will. And I hope the right people, you know, maybe the front-facing audience isn't watching me, but other people are, right? No problem. I literally just got started. I'm not worried about it. Literally nobody even started paying attention to me until 3 weeks ago. I'm literally not worried about that. Algorithms will work in time, and I don't have an Instagram, I don't have TikTok. This is literally my only platform. I'm not worried about it. So please, 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 if you see this, let us be mindful of how we use the word grandma. Think of your own grandma. If she was standing next to you and you smelled something that didn't appeal to you, and you said, God, this smells like an old lady, how do you think she would feel? Exactly. My grandma would be offended. She'd be hurt. Like, what in the world? Well, what is that even supposed to mean? Like, if somebody calls me a nerd, I mean, I take it as a compliment. So maybe that's not a good analogy. Okay, weird. I actually take weird as a compliment too. Okay, maybe I don't know where I'm going with it. I didn't quite think that one out. But whatever. If somebody used a word against me that kind of offended me as a person, as something, characteristics that I could not change, that's called, you know, for people who are older in years. That's called ageism. Okay, so let's just decommission that word, right? And if we make a mistake, fine, but let's just catch ourselves while we make the mistake and just be more mindful. We're humans, we're going to make mistakes, but the only thing we can do is when we know better, we do better, right? All right, and now another thing I want to talk about, moving on to the next topic, is, let's see. Oop, my hand's slippery. Give me 1 second. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is non-lasting fragrances. I was talking about it in the video before last, where I was using Paris Hilton Gold Rush, which I was inspired to buy by Jasmine Bullard, as I mentioned in that video, where I said that I had enjoyed watching her. Enjoyed. But anyway, it doesn't last long. And so I just want to take a moment to talk about perfumes that don't last long, because this gives us an opportunity to try other fragrances, right? It gives us opportunity to get creative with our layering. So basically, I just want us to, the whole goal of fragrance life, right, is for things to last. That's awesome. That's literally the goals of fragrance life. But also let us not pay attention to fragrances that do not last more than maybe 3 or 4 hours, right? Sorry, I just need to focus on this for a second. Hold on. Yeah. So let us let us do that, okay? Yeah. So let us give a little bit more love to fragrances that don't last, because it gives us a chance to find other things that we love and gives us opportunity to smell like different things throughout the day and be unexpected, right? Who doesn't love to be unexpected? I mean, at least I do. I love to be unexpected. Okay, so I just put on Jessica Simpson's signature EDP. Now, because this is not a strong projector, I'm going to go in with Montal Sweet Vanilla at my pulse points on, because this is super strong. And then I'm going to give it a second for this to dry down before I put my necklace on, so it doesn't get sticky. Okay. Yeah, and another thing, please don't take this one as offense, because it's just more lighthearted rant humor. It's just my brain on the spectrum that just takes things very literally. The word juice, calling fragrance juice, it is rampant. It is rampant. It is absolutely rampant in the fragrance community. I literally hear everyone say it. Well, not everybody, but majority of people say it literally in the body care community and the actual fragrance community, or the hybrid of the two. And it's cool. It's just I think it's just my own literal brain that, I am limited in the sense that sometimes I take things too literally, and that's a limitation on myself. So it's it's not a juice. It's a perfume that has fragrance. You know what I mean? It's not juice. It's not juice. I don't know. It's just one of those things that kind of makes my brain squish in my skull every time I hear it, because I take things very literally. Sometimes I'm super creative, but also I'm super literal. I'm kind of like paradox. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. So I mean, can we just find another word for juice? Can we just say it's the liquid in a juice, or just simply call it literally what it is? It's called. It is literally a perfume, and the fragrance off the perfume. But yeah. So I mean, don't take anything offense to what I said, and if you do, it's just I'm sorry. I apologize in the sense that, I'm free to speak what I want, and I'm literally coming from no one. I want to be very clear. This is not a subliminal thing. All the things I talked about grandma smells and non-lasting fragrances and calling fragrances juices, this is simply me speaking out my own personal opinion, catching myself making those mistakes and wanting to do better and speaking on it, okay? So literally, please don't take this personally. If you call things grandma, just, can we just be more mindful, myself included, about doing that, because we also do have an older audience watching us, and I think of them as my grandmothers, and I would not want them to be offended, because I'm sure they are beautiful women, All right, so I have my jewelry on, I have my ring on, I have my bracelet on, which never doesn't come off, and my watch. So now I'm ready for the day. I'm not going to really be doing much today. I don't have any on-camera conferences today, which is good. But gosh, yesterday was such a difficult day, and today's going to be another difficult day. You know how there's just one difficult thing after another difficult thing? Yeah, I mean, so I just kind of want to go back to my first point about this being community, not being competition. Like in my job, it really does take the life out of me, and I'm sure a lot of you can actually relate. So let this be a safe space for us, you know. I know our jobs and our careers, whichever path you're on, whether you have a job or whether you have a career, it literally drains the life out of us. So let this just be a safe, non-stressful place for us where we just come to express ourselves and have fun. This is all in fun. And I just ask that we acknowledge each other. Simple as that. Okay, so I got my jewelry on. I'm probably gonna run to Starbucks to get a little matcha. I have a tea here, just a tea here, but I think I need I think I need a little matcha. I'm gonna go get me some matcha. Yeah, and then get to writing my reports and checking in with my team for the day, and hopefully not putting out too many fires, so to speak. Okay, thank you, my friends. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, very important. Oh my gosh, very important. Please, a gentle reminder to thank somebody today, even if it's for something small, and more importantly, take a moment to thank God, because if you're here watching this video, that means we made it into another day, and even with our trials and tribulations, God is great. Thank you, my friend. Bye.